Hello everyone and welcome to Getting Started in DaVinci Resolve. So the first thing you're going to do after you install and open DaVinci Resolve is you're going to be looking at your project management page. This is where you can categorize all of your different projects and start new ones. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and click on New Project, and then we're going to name it whatever we want the project to be. For this one, I'm just going to name it Dog Training Videos. After you've named it, you're just going to come down here and hit Create. And now we are fully in the DaVinci Resolve software. Now, DaVinci Resolve, like a whole lot of other editing programs, can look really intimidating at first glance. So in order to keep it simple, we are only going to be focusing on the Edit and Deliver tab today. So to get started, let's go ahead and head down and click on the Edit tab. This is going to pull up your main workspace, and this is honestly where you're going to be spending the majority of your time when you're editing any video in DaVinci. For now, let's just keep it extremely simple, and let's just pull in some video clips to work with. The best way I've found to start pulling in clips is to just open your Windows Finder or your Apple Finder, depending on what kind of OS you're using. Pull open your folder of clips or assets or videos that you've either pulled from the internet or filmed yourself, and then I like to just click and drag over all the clips that I'm using, and then click and hold and drag them into the media pool. A lot of times when you drag in footage, DaVinci is going to produce a pop-up asking if you'd like to change the project frame rate. 9 out of 10 times you are going to want to hit change, that way your project's timeline frame rate aligns with your clip's frame rate. So we're going to hit change, and now you're going to see that my videos have populated in my media pool. If I wanted to kind of get a preview of what they would look like, I could simply hover over it, and it's going to give me a little orange playhead that I can kind of scrub through and see what kind of video I'm looking at. So as you guys can see, I've just pulled a bunch of stock footage of dogs, and we're just going to turn this into a little edit. So now there are two different ways that we can get our clip onto our timeline in order to work on the video edit. The first way is to simply just click and drag from your media pool all the way down to your timeline. You'll see the video pop up, and now we have video on our timeline and we can see the clip in there. It's also gone ahead and created a timeline for us to work on in our media pool. And as you can see up at the top, we are actually looking at our timeline display rather than our clip display, because if I go and click on our clip display, it will actually say the file name of the asset that I'm looking at. Now the second way we can actually add assets and clips into the timeline is actually to come over to your media pool again. We're going to double click on an asset, that way it populates over at the top, and then we're going to hover over the actual image itself, click and hold, and then drag that down onto our timeline as well. And then down on the timeline, I can do things like if I hover over the right hand side of a video clip, I can click and hold and shorten it a little bit. I can also shorten the beginning in the same way if I click and hold on the left side and click and drag it to the left. And I can also move things around to make sure that they're in line and they play one after the other. So now if I hit play, the timeline playhead is going to move along the timeline, and it is going to play the clips that I have back to back. And that's pretty much the video. Obviously there's a ton more that we can do, and I haven't even gotten into audio or transitions or anything else that goes into video editing, but this is a great place to get started as kind of an opening exercise. So now that you have the video edited to your liking, what you're going to do is come down to the Deliver tab at the bottom right. Click on that, and it is going to bring up a bunch of different drop downs and combinations, and I promise we are going to make this a lot simpler. Up at the top left, you are going to see a preset. Eventually, you are going to be comfortable enough with all of these settings in order to just do a custom export, but for quick one-off edits, you really can't go wrong with using a YouTube preset, and I like to just stick with 1080p. That significantly reduces our dropdowns into something a little more palatable. But even then, I wouldn't change much, especially for a horizontal 1920 by 1080 video like this. So now you're just gonna name your video. I'll just name this Dog Training. And then for a location, you can just hit browse and put it anywhere you want. But now that you have all that set up, you're just gonna hit add to render queue. You're gonna see it populate in the top right corner, and then you're just gonna hit render all. And then it's going to go through and render your video for you. And now if I go to my folder, I've got Dog Training. Now when I play that, a nice edited video pops up. So hopefully that helps you get started. Again, this is a super surface level look at DaVinci Resolve. It is such a deep program, and there is so much that you can do with it. But that'll do it for this video, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one.